Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. Well, maybe. So last week I did a video on this. I called it absolute junk. Wouldn't run a full mag without it jamming. And the issue it was having was it would go all the way back and then the slide wouldn't close like the last 1/8 inch or so. Then it wouldn't fire. I said, this is a piece of junk. Well, everybody out there came from under the rocks and overturned everywhere. Apparently there's tons of people that love this thing. I had to block a bunch of people because I was getting all kinds of threats, people calling me all kind of names. I had to delete tons of inappropriate comments because apparently lots of people love this. But like I told everybody, hey, this is the realest channel there is. I turn the cameras on and I'll show you what happens. I even had people telling me that I was purposefully making it fail just to get views, which is the furthest thing from the truth. You guys saw in the video, I loaded it and it jammed every mag. Some of the mags, every other round would have that issue. But just to try to appease y'all and make y'all, I was just gonna get rid of it. Trade it off for something new that we could film. But so many people y'all complained. Oh, every excuse under the sun. It's the ammo. You didn't hold your tongue just right. You should have took it apart completely and cleaned it. What else? You got to use a special 22 ammo, and you can only shoot it when it's 70 degrees outside or higher. Some of that's joking, but most of that isn't. Tons and tons and tons and tons of people said that they love these. Some people even said, I got 4 of them because I love them so much. I got so much hate from that video. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this apart, put it on the bench, completely clean it. I even brought brushes out here. I brought my giant box of Q-tips out here. And I'm gonna legitimately clean this. Get it full of oil. Lots of y'all said, oh, it lacks oil in it. But like I told a bunch of y'all in the comments, if I have to go out of my way to make something work, I don't want it. But we're giving it another try here today because I got so many complaints. It really was ridiculous. I've never got so much hate that I remember in my life. There's apparently a huge following for this cheap 22 that wouldn't run right for me. But I'm gonna take it apart, clean it, put it back together, and we're gonna load it with, lots of you guys said, oh, you need to feed it this stuff right here. So I actually had some of this in my drawer. Took me a minute to find it. We're gonna feed it this, what most of y'all said to feed it. See what runs it. So let me get to it, clean it and all that, and we'll get to flinging them with this. All right, just to appease the mentally crazy people that wouldn't believe me because they love this thing so much, I actually took it apart. See, the feed ramp there is completely clean. And I'm gonna put it back together. I'm gonna spray some extra oil on it and we're gonna get to flinging again. Check it out. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna put this in here, and normally I don't show loading clipazines. Somebody else is gonna have a cow. I called it a clipazine. But just to show everybody that won't lose their mind, I'm actually gonna put that CCI in there. It's not a hollow point. That was another complaint in the last video. People said, oh, it's because you loaded hollow points. Well, if it doesn't work with hollow points, then I don't want it. Again, if I gotta do special treatment just to make something run right, I probably don't want it. I already have a Taurus TX22 that runs everything, no problem. I got a Beretta Bobcat that runs everything, no problem. I got a Smith & Wesson 22 compact that runs everything, no problem. And I don't even clean them, I just run them. Just hurt somebody else's feelings, that guy who cleans everything before he even leaves the range. So there's one mag, I put 10 in it. That was another complaint. People said, oh, you're putting too many rounds in the mag. Well, it says you can get 16, so I'm gonna put 16. Why would you not fill it up? So here goes another 10 right here. Also put my shusher on the end there. That's my Vanish 22 cam. I did halfway through that video show you that it came with in this little baggie, the adapter for the barrel. I probably had 500 people tell me I was a dang-a-lang because I didn't see the thread adapter in the baggie, but I showed it about halfway through the video. But people like to skip through videos. Nobody watches the whole videos these days, you know. People want to skip to the part they want to see. There's 2 mags. I'm gonna load up another one. We're gonna do 3 mags of 10. Again, I'm apologizing for the boring mag loading part. Some of y'all said you got some mag loaders for this because you love it so much to help you load the mags, but that's a thing apparently that's out there, is mag loaders for these. So now I'm gonna get this last of the 10 here, and I'm not even gonna cut the camera. Let's go right to the range. No editing, because somebody who loves this kel-tec P17, I don't think I said the name of it yet. Somebody who loves this thing will say, oh, he edited that and he slipped in some other stuff or some kind of craziness. So here we go. Got the mag here that I just loaded. We're gonna put it in here. See how it runs with the shusher and with that CCI, and after cleaning it and all that. 20 yards here. Definitely quiet. It ran that one. Close the slide. Hey, I think that might be the first slide that thing has ever run good. Second one, CCI with the shusher on there. Let's go up to 50 yards. Let me see if y'all can see that in the camera here. Yeah, y'all can see them up there. All right, same thing, 50 yards. If I hit him, it ought to light up green. Got him. Missed it. Got him again. Let's just dump the rest of this one. Hey, there's 2 mags. I might be eating my words here, guys. 2 mags in a row. Let's just dump this one. And it ran that. So there's 3 mags in a row. So now the question is, was it because I put the can on? We changed too many variables at once, didn't we? Did the can fix it? Did the ammo fix it? Did the cleaning it fix it? I don't know, but this is the stuff that I run in everything. Bucket of boo lights, 22, Remington 22 golden boo lights, 36 grain hollow points. So now, I'm not gonna edit any of this out because y'all will say I cheated. Again, sorry if you don't enjoy seeing the boring parts, you know, but we gotta do this for all the people that love their kel-tec P17. Let's do the same thing and load these up. Let me show you what these look like. So these are those Remington 36 grain hollow points. I just did an expansion test with these the other day, and it did good. I won't sit here and make you watch 3 mags loaded up, but let's just load up 2 of them. And then we'll see what happens. I should have been counting, but I didn't count. Oh, there's so many of those. Now, these are all supersonic, by the way. I have a handful of subsonics that I dumped in the top of this barrel because I didn't want to keep a whole box with like 5 subs in it. So I'll pick those out at the end of the video and see how it runs with the can on it. There's somebody going by with a real loud, bouncy trailer there. So that ought to be enough. Again, I'm not going to cut the camera at all. We'll keep it rolling. Get you pointed back up at the range here. Lock it in. And let's try the same with those Remingtons. Lots of people want to poo-poo on my Remingtons. Well, we'll see how this runs now. 20 yards first. Can on there. Ran them. Let's just dump this whole thing of Remingtons. Ran them. So, for all y'all that said the ammo was the problem, ammo was not the problem. I'm assuming it was just grease and all the gunk and all the oil and all the trash and the metal shavings from the factory is what was causing it from the jump. But let me run some subs through here. These are the Remington Subsonics. They're 40 grain Subsonics that I just dumped in top of this the other day. So it ought to be a handful of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I think that's, here's one. 6, 7. Yeah, that's all of them. So I got 7 of the Remington Subsonics. Now, same thing. I'm not going to cut the camera or nothing. Let's aim it up here. Let's see how it runs those Remington Subsonics. You know, that could be another thing. Oh, it doesn't like Subsonics. Well, everything else I got like Subsonics. Ooh. So that's the issue that it was having before. So the slide not closing all the way, if I can get it to focus here. That's the issue I was having before, but it was closing further than that last time. So we almost had an awesome video where all the haters would have been happy, but look. Womp, womp, womp. Had to push the slide close again. So still slightly an unsuccessful video. Let's see how it runs these Subsonics. And now we're back to having that same issue again where it's not closing the slide. Come on. So what do we have? 5 mags do good with supers. Put the subs in and it didn't want to work. So does it need to be cleaned after every 50 rounds? I don't know. Let's put supers back in there and see what it does. I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth and move the camera, but I'm going to load these Remingtons that we ran 2 mags through real quick. Just get a pretty full mag up. Because it ran these Remingtons, 20 of them, with no issue. And then it had issues when I ran the Subsonics, the same issue as having the other day. But the other day, it was happening with the Supersonics. So people were saying, oh, the manual says you got to use supersonic stuff. Well, maybe that's okay, this thing doesn't work good with Subsonics. And we can be okay with that because most people are probably taking to the range the bulk stuff like this. I think we got 10 or 11 or 12 in here. Again, I'm not trying to drag this video out. I'm just doing everything that people wanted me to do. So yeah, but we were getting that hiccup there. Another thing people said was you're not supposed to use the mag release to release the slide. Well, that seems kind of goofy to me, so let's do it that way. See if it runs this mag. I put 10 or 12 in there. And it ran that thing without any issues. So what's that? We had 3 mags of the CCI, 2 of the supersonic Remingtons, 50 rounds in a row, run good. Put 10 or so, or we had 7 Subsonics, 2 of them snagged on the slide return. Then I just put in 10 or 12 of the supers again, and it worked just fine. So one more mag, more data, more better. Let's load up 10 or 12 more of these Remington Golden Bullets, which I will add again, have run flawlessly out of this thing and all my other 22s. It was only the other day when I first got this out the box, it was having hiccups. This P17 was. So let's get a couple more of these Remingtons in here. I don't know what that is. 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's go back up to 50 yards. Oh, see, I hit the slide release again. Whoops. Now, seemingly, I can't hit anything with this, which is really strange. Even at 20 yards, the last mag I was missing. There we go. Let's go back up to 50. Back in my groove, apparently. And again, there's another mag of those Remington Golden Bullets. No issues. All right, so real quick, what did we learn? When I first got this out of the box, it would not go 4, 5, 6 rounds without jamming up. And again, the issue it was having was it would go back, it would grab another round, put it up in the barrel, and then the slide would be overhanging about that far, which makes the trigger dead and it wouldn't fire. Happened over and over and over and over and over. If you missed that video, go check it out. A bunch of you guys said, oh, your ammo's junk, you're not supposed to use the slide release, all kind of excuses because you love this thing. Brought it out here again today. Field stripped it. All I did was take the slide off and clean everything that you can get at. And then caked it down with the rim oil. I'm talking about all down in there. And looking at it now, how dirty is it? It's getting pretty dirty up in the back parts already after 100 rounds here. Feed ramp looks pretty clean. I don't see any like brass shavings or anything, but it's definitely dirty in there, but 22s are dirty. But what happened? All the CCI's standard velocities we put in it, ran it, no hiccups, which was 30 today. I think I ran about 50 of those Remington Golden Bullets, no problem. It's only when I put those subsonics in, which I think they're 900 some feet per second out of this. It did the same issue where it didn't want to close all the way back after it picked up the round. So, in conclusion, these P17s may not be as junky as I thought they were. Kind of cool, it's a threaded barrel, even though you got to use an adapter. Didn't use any ear pro today because we got the shusher on there. Quiet, definitely hearing safe. But if you get one, definitely take it apart. Definitely clean it, because when you get it out of the box, it's probably going to be filthy and nasty and full of shavings. So I should have shown you before I cleaned it up close and detailed, but it had a bunch of metal and junk in there. From where, I don't know. Was it somehow shaving off the rounds previously? I don't think so, because there's none in there right now. It would be doing the same thing. I think it had metal, you know, from machining or whatever. And trash and gunk in there out of the box from the factory. Again, this was brand new. I did get it at my pawn shop, but it's brand new. That was another big excuse. You dummy, you got it from a pawn shop. That's why it didn't work. It broke for the first guy, and then he sold it to you, you big dummy. No, guys, pawn shops sell new stuff too, if you don't know or you never been in one. But hey, there you have it. Kel-Tec P17. It's not as bad as I thought it was. But again, I filmed it just like I would anything else, right out of the box, right to the range. And it was having lots of problems. So many people complained. I brought it back out. I didn't get rid of it. Cleaned it up. It runs the supers just fine. Subsonics. At least what I had today, 2 out of 7. It was a dud and didn't want to. It grabbed them, but it didn't want to return it all the way. So read into it what you want. I know a bunch of y'all love these. And it worked fine with supersonics as long as I kept it clean and cleaned the dog out of it and sprayed a bunch of rim oil in it. But hey, there's the facts, Jack. Episode number 2 for the Kel-Tec. Appreciate y'all watching. Thanks everybody. Make sure you're subscribed. We'll see you guys on the next one. Hoo-doo-hoo.